What is up, Ravens Nation? Davante Adams is officially on the trade block after requesting a trade from the Raiders. This feels like it's been a long time coming, and it's finally happening here. Now, of course, like when every great player hits the trade block, he's being linked to just a bunch of teams, but he's only seriously, I think, being talked about for about a handful, which do not include the Ravens. But of course, when a guy like Davante Adams hits the trade market, everyone starts talking and linking him to all sorts of different teams. Now, would we like to see Davante Adams in a Ravens uniform? I myself, and probably a lot of other Ravens fans, of course, he instantly walks in and becomes the number one or the best receiver on the team. And obviously that's not disrespecting anyone there, but Davante Adams, in my opinion, is still at least a top 10 receiver in the league, and the Ravens don't quite have anyone on the roster that meets that criteria, in my opinion. So he instantly comes in and gives you a talent boost, along with a lot of talented guys that are currently there. And in addition to that, the run game that has absolutely been cooking the last couple of weeks, if they can keep that up with a guy like Davante Adams threatening the passing game, is only going to make you that much better. Now, according to NBC Sports' Rodney Harrison, he says that he thinks this would make the Ravens the best team in the AFC immediately. And I think there is certainly some credibility to that. The problem is the Ravens are very tight on the cap. And of course, they can do some things to make that work by extending some players or restructuring some contracts. In addition to the fact they're going to have to trade something for Davante Adams. The Raiders are asking for, it sounds like, a package that includes a second-round pick, but not necessarily just a second-round pick. I'm assuming they're going to want more. Maybe another player to go along with that. I don't know. But that would certainly help alleviate some of the cap pressure as well, depending on what would happen there. Now, do I think this is going to happen? No. I do not believe for a second the Ravens are going to make a move for Davante Adams. I don't even necessarily am saying that they should, in the sense that there might be other needs that arise as the season goes on. Like you just never know whether there's an injury that might happen, and you get to the trade deadline and you have a glaring need on this roster where you need that cap space that you have, and maybe some trade value that you have that you might be giving away for Davante Adams that you could use to go get somebody who you really, really need on the roster. I don't believe the Ravens really, really need Davante Adams. Would it be a luxury to have him? Sure. But I think they have everything in-house that they need to be a successful offense with Derrick Henry in the running game. And I think they have very talented guys as receiving options with Zay Flowers and the best tight end tandem in the league. I know Mark Andrews has been extremely quiet this season, but I still think he has tremendous ability. And they have good complementary pieces with Rashad Bateman, who I know many fans, including myself, have been frustrated with at times. But I think he is he's, like I said, a complimentary player at this point in his career is where I'm placing him at. And then Nelson Aguilar can go out and make some really nice plays for you as well. So if they pull it off, you will not hear me complain one little bit. But I don't believe they will, and I don't want to see them give up too much to go get him for a guy who I don't see being around for the long-term future. Not many big-time receivers want to go play in Baltimore, and not because Lamar Jackson's the quarterback, like some might say, but because the Ravens are not the most pass-friendly offense. They're built to run the ball, and that's what they do best. So you get big-time receivers who obviously want the ball in their hands, don't get as much opportunity as you might elsewhere in the league, which I think is maybe the biggest reason why Hollywood Brown didn't want to be in Baltimore. So there's that as well. I don't know that you want to give up too much for basically a rental for a season or so. I know he's under contract a little longer, but I'm not sure how the Ravens would make that work with their cap going forward. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think the Ravens should go get Davante Adams? And then do you think they will go get Davante Adams? Because those are two entirely different questions. Let me know in the comments. If you're a Ravens fan and you're new to this channel, make sure you hit subscribe, like the video. We're trying to hit at least 2,000 subscribers by the end of this year, but we're trying to blow it up as big as we possibly can as we go. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next video. Go Ravens.